Valentin Vacherot, the so-called rich kid from Monaco, just delivered one of the most electrifying runs modern tennis has witnessed. He arrived at the 2025 Shanghai Masters as a qualifier, ranked number 204 in the world, a name tucked deep in the drawer, unnoticed and unmentioned. Yet over one unforgettable week, in the heavy Shanghai air and under relentless pressure, Vacherot transformed from a player fighting for relevance into the heartbeat of the tournament. He didn't just win matches, he rewrote expectation itself. He won his first Masters 1000, coming from being an alternate in the quali. This week will literally change his whole career. And the question is, can he become top 10? The tennis world had a new obsession. Who exactly is Valentin Vacherot? The Monaco-born outsider who stormed through the draw? Where did he come from? And how far can this late-blooming contender go? Could this surprise semi-finalist, once ranked in the 200s, really climb toward the top 10? The chaos of Shanghai. The Masters 1000 turned into pure chaos. Players collapsing, throwing up, retiring mid-match. The heat, the exhaustion, the controversy, it's all boiling over. We saw Novak Djokovic vomit on court, Jannik Sinner forced to retire, and Carlos Alcaraz not even show up because of an injury caused in last week ATP 500 in Tokyo. Fritz and Mepetshi barely standing by the end of their match, gasping for air like marathon runners. And then, boom, Zverev drops a bombshell, accusing the ATP of favoritism, maybe even corruption, claiming the courts are being slowed down to favor Sinner and Alcaraz. And through all the chaos, a new star in the tennis tour was born. He saw the opportunity to take over during this crazy week, and he took it. The Shanghai Run. He didn't stroll into the main draw. He earned his place the hard way, as an alternate in qualifying, not even guaranteed entry. In the opening round of qualifying, he faced Nishesh Basavareddy, dropped the first set in a tiebreak, then clawed his way back with composed aggression to win 6, 7-7, 6-4, 6-2. A day later, he met Liam Draxl in the final qualifying round. Another tight, grinding affair that ended 4-6, 7-6, 5, 6-4. 2 matches later, the qualifier's badge was his ticket to the main stage, where everything that followed would defy belief. In the first round, Vacherot dispatched Laszlo Djere in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4, a clean, composed victory that few outside the outer courts noticed. The second round brought the unpredictable 14th seed, Alexander Bublik. For a set, the Kazakh's firepower seemed too much, but Vacherot absorbed the chaos, steadied himself, and turned the match around, winning 3-6, 6-3, 6-4. By the third round, facing Tomasz Machac, he was playing like a man who refused to tire. He sprinted through the opening set 6-0 and led 3-1 when Machac, exhausted and cramping in the Shanghai heat, was forced to retire. Survival had become part of the art. Then came the round of 16 against Talon Griekspoor, a player built for these heavy courts. Vacherot lost the first set 4-6, but never blinked. He wrestled back control in a tense second-set tiebreak, 7-6, won, then closed out the decider, 6-4. By now, the whispers had turned to disbelief. The Monaco qualifier was in the quarterfinals. That quarterfinal against Holger Rune became the defining match of his life. Rune, world number 7 and seeded for glory, swept through the first set 6-2, but Vacherot refused to fold. He outlasted Rune in a tense second-set tiebreak, 7-6, 4, and then, in the third, held his nerve as the crowd roared him home, 6-4. Nearly 3 hours of relentless, fearless tennis, and the qualifier was into the semi-finals. With that win, Valentin Vacherot became the second lowest-ranked player ever to reach a Masters 1000 semi-final since 1990, behind only Chris Woodruff's legendary 1999 run. When he finally stepped onto the court against Novak Djokovic, the aura had changed. He beat the best player ever in 2 sets, 6, 3-6, 4, and then in the final, he faced his cousin. After a tense and incredible final, Vacherot won 4-6-6, 3-6-3, and won his first ATP Masters 1000 and also his first ATP title. Vacherot had already shattered every ceiling that once confined his name. What made him dangerous? The secret of his Shanghai run wasn't a single shot or lucky draw. It was a confluence of conditions that played perfectly into his strengths. Shanghai's heat was merciless, but so was his endurance. While others faltered, he remained upright, breathing steady, shoulders loose. His body was his first weapon. Then came the mind. Vacherot's composure under pressure was remarkable. He lost first sets repeatedly, yet never panicked. He adapted, recalibrated, and played the long game. Against Rune, that patience turned into a tactical masterpiece. He forced extended rallies, attacked Rune's movement, and capitalized on every physical lapse. His tennis itself was deceptively simple. Clean, deliberate, unflashy. He didn't go for reckless winners. He played high-percentage tennis with just enough aggression to unsettle more talented opponents. What he lacked in flamboyance, he replaced with clarity. And as the week unfolded, his confidence grew. Each win fed the next, creating a momentum loop that even Djokovic later acknowledged in press. When a player plays free like that, you can feel it across the net. Vacherot was anonymous enough to surprise, fit enough to endure, and calm enough to execute. Shanghai was a perfect storm, and he was the eye of it. Who is Valentin Vacherot? To understand the man behind the week, you have to look at the journey that led here. Valentin Vacherot was born November 16, 1998, in Roquebrune-Cap-Martin, France, just a short walk from Monaco, the principality he now represents. At 1.93 meters, he cuts an imposing figure on court. But his story isn't one of privilege as much as persistence. The rich kid tag follows him because of Monaco's glittering image, yet there's no evidence of inherited luxury. What he inherited instead was tennis itself. His family is steeped in the sport. His half-brother, Benjamin Ballaret, was a professional player and now serves as his coach. His cousin, Arthur Rinderknecht, is a known ATP regular. Even his parents met on tennis courts, and his sister stayed in the game. "I had no choice but to play tennis," Vacherot once joked. "My family is pretty out of control about it." Unlike many Europeans, he didn't turn pro as a teenager. Instead, he crossed the Atlantic to play college tennis at Texas A&M, earning a business degree while sharpening his craft. That chapter taught him structure and patience, traits that quietly defined his rise. The transition to the professional circuit was slow and unglamorous. He spent years grinding through ITF and challenger events, winning small titles, losing close matches, and battling injuries that kept his ranking hovering around the edge of relevance. His highest mark before 2025 was world number 110. By early this year, he had dropped to 204. Then came Shanghai, and everything changed. The aftermath. When the final ball was struck and the lights turned off, Vacherot left Shanghai transformed. His career has changed. We will go from the 204 in the ranking to top 35, and he has earned an estimate prize money of $1.15 million. Suddenly, the journeyman had stability, resources, and visibility. But with success comes a new reality. Pressure, expectations, the constant question of whether lightning can strike twice. Vacherot now stands on the edge of a new career phase, no longer the qualifier with nothing to lose, but the ranked professional who must prove Shanghai wasn't a dream. He has the body, the mindset, and the foundation to build on it. Top 100 is already his. Top 50 is within sight. And if the Shanghai version of Valentin Vacherot returns again, fit, fearless, and unshaken, then even the idea of the top 10 might not sound so far-fetched. If you are tired of feeling stuck in your tennis journey, training hard but not seeing real results, struggling with injuries, inconsistency, or feeling like you're not reaching your true potential, is because you're not doing what the pros do. The difference between staying where you are and playing like a pro isn't just talent, it's having the right system, mindset, and support. That's exactly why I created the Tennis Motivation Academy, for players who refuse to settle. If you're serious about leveling up, this is your shortcut. You'll get the Become a Pro Player Guide, so you train with the same structure as top athletes. Elite fitness routines, so you move faster, hit harder, and outlast your opponents. Injury prevention system, because pain shouldn't hold you back. A private community of winners, because who you surround yourself with matters. Spots are limited and doors won't stay open forever. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting the same results. Don't wait, take action now. The link is in the description. That's it for today. If you found this video useful, leave a like, subscribe, and share it with your tennis friends. See you in the next one.